The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Saint Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show.
Sons of Sons.
How are you today, my man?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Any better? I might sell my health card.
Yeah?
Good, man.
Yeah. You know, the way things is going nowadays, that shit might be mighty valuable.
This shit is not cheap. Meal to sign the deal. So what's happening? You can pay in installments.
Hold up. Do they get your passport along with your health card?
Oh, if they want that kicking stuff for them, then we got to start easy 1.5.
Okay.
We can start 1.5 and stuff.
So I don't know if the health card is good anymore without the passport.
I mean, you're very true, but I think that people and stuff, whatever, will kind of realize that, like, yo, it's a sink or swim moment right now.
Just whatever you can grab.
Yeah, pretty much. These desperate times calls for desperate measures.
What are the
shit they saying? Like all of the pandemic? Tough people last. Tough times don't. Shut it. Yo. Nah, like,
what happened to the not so tough people? They mention them.
Talk about them, man. They don't care about them. Poor people. We care about y'all, man.
Yeah.
Welcome, man. Like, comment, subscribe to YouTube, thePodicalSons.com or PodicalSons.com. All your listeners' platforms, wherever you're hearing this right now, don't be shy to comment and stop on.
Don't be shy whatsoever. And also, if you're on the stereo platform, we are there also, so you can check us out. We got a few episodes also with another podcast by the name of Kiss Teeth. That is the latest. So go ahead and support both podcasts. And like Marv said, we are out here on all these social media platforms and streaming services.
CCC bueno.
How you been, brother?
Good, man. Good. Blessed, highly favored.
Yeah. I mean, we passed the part that you're going to sell the health card, and maybe not the passport, but otherwise than that, everything is Tange A-OK.
I said the passport thing's in my phone now, man. This shit work with the iPhones now.
Yeah. But it's the wallet, right? Like,
No, it's not even in the wallet.
It's not. You don't have it in the wallet?
No, it doesn't. Like,
it's a separate app?
It's
an app.
It goes into the health thing.
Right, okay.
Tell me about my music. Bump my music, iPhone. So from here now, what is it? Show all health data? Health records?
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay.
They'll tell you Pfizer, COVID-19, and they'll tell you exactly when I got my other shot. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, word. Oh, you digital now, bro. You did. So do you have your QR code?
It's in there. So like when you go into it and stuff, whatever.
Right.
I had to show this. I went to the Raptors game.
Right.
So yeah.
So essentially, you show that you give them the QR code to scan, and then all that information, what is there that you see, they get that on their end.
Pop up.
Okay.
So it was sad though. One dude and stuff, I was in line going to the Raptors game, and my man, I guess there was a long line just to even get to the point where we were.
Right.
Because they have police there now too.
Oh yeah. So you got to catch the scammers.
Right.
Yeah.
So the police is there and stuff, whatever. They're like, the guy's, he's giving himself like a pat down. I'm like, bro, you got a long ass line to join and everything like that. The guy, his friend's like, are you serious? He's like, this is probably my car. He's like, go now.
Wow.
And I was like, damn. But yeah, that's what it was. Like, salute to Ben. Me and Ben were talking and stuff. Or Ben and I were talking. We were saying like, with the mandates going to be lifted, with the mask mandate going to be lifted and stuff in March, possibly. Mm-hmm. He's like, are you still wearing your mask? I'm like, fuck yeah. If it's something crowded like this, yeah.
You still got the mask on?
I want to say that when you're walking towards like the arena,
right,
it wasn't that bad because we parked kind of far.
Okay.
Right? The closer we got to the arena, the more huddle of people and everything like that, whatever, like, my anxiety kicked in. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I threw my mask on quick. I'm like, one of these motherfuckers got it. Two of these motherfuckers got it. All it takes is one little Rick Ross or Jay-Z, and it's a wrap. So Yeah, I think after, if I'm going to like a large setting, yeah,
Right.
mask is still a must. I don't know, because people were like, I'm actually done with wearing masks. I don't want to wear a mask.
Okay, so now that you're done with wearing masks, don't want to wear masks at all.
Right.
Double vaxxed, right?
Mhm.
The scene that you're going to be in, you're you don't have to assume because you got police presence out there making sure that people are double vaxxed,
Mhm.
right? You still feel the need that you would have to have a mask on within a dense crowd, or
when I got into the arena, right?
Mhm.
When we got into the arena, we were going to like our seats and everything. No, I didn't feel that type of way.
Right.
But the crowd going like outside,
Yeah.
because you don't know if they're passerbys and all that type of stuff. Because
Right.
the way how it's set up in Toronto and stuff and everything, or people always yell at me, people from here when I say Toronto, Toronto.
Yeah.
Apparently, you guys don't pronounce the
No,
T.
the T is-
That's so stupid.
T silent. It's like the G in lasagna.
This is stupid. Toronto, it's there. Don't act like it ain't there. But that area, you have like the Go Transit, the TTC.
Right,
You
right.
got a lot of
Yeah.
action going on, and it's like the pathway, right?
Yeah.
So everything is damn near
Everything
connected.
converges right
So
there.
you don't know people who might be going to the game, or
Yeah.
might just be going to the subway. And if they're going to the subway, they're asking if you double vax to ride the subway.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when I got into the arena,
Yeah.
and I'm like, everybody's everybody, because their thing and stuff is like, if you're not eating, they want you with your mask on.
Right.
That's it. But I guess my default, whatever. Oh, salute to Messiah. I see Messiah.
You see Masai?
Yeah,
He held you up?
Yeah, he held me
Yeah?
up, whatever.
You see called Young Alvin?
No, he just
He
looked,
didn't call-
because I guess like our section was like, we had a lot of Caucasians,
Right.
and we had some Asian folks and stuff around
Okay,
us.
okay.
So when he looked, he sees like the brothers.
Wait, I'm gonna ask you. Did you do one of these?
Hell yeah! Yo, I think,
Is this where it came up in the group chat? 'Cause-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny because, man, it's when just watching that vid, I was like, shit, that shit is so powerful because I kid you not, it happened to me about a month and a half ago when I was in Georgetown. Georgetown is just a little small town right outside of Toronto, outside of Brampton. But when I went to Georgetown, it's like I just walked in and it was like a sea of whiteys, and then I just seen this big strapping tall black dude.
Surprised your punk ass didn't say Burley.
That's us.
You were waiting to say Burley.
I could have used Burley. I could have threw Burley in there. But yeah, it's like we noticed each other from afar, but it's like we were still too far to say,
To heal up.
I got you. If anything goes down, I got you. But so when we got within that distance, that friend zone distance, is like the head acknowledgement. I was like, okay,
I see you, my
If
brother.
anything goes down, I know there's another one of me in
I
here.
see you, man. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the dopest thing about being black. That is one of the dope things about being black and stuff for that. Because I mean, no matter where we are in the world, it's like a universal thing for us.
No words. You could be
from Rwanda, I could be from Australia and everything like that, and we could just see each other and stuff, and it was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, I
Universal.
see you.
You don't even have to speak my language.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much. So I think that is a dope thing and stuff about being black. So yeah, it happened. I was like, because he's tall, so I'm looking like, oh shit, is that Masai? He's like, so how you doing? You good? And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, because we don't want any dark ones in here.
right. He's like, he looked at you and he goes, "This us? It's not."
we're in Lower Bowl area, so we're right by like the press people and stuff like that too, right?
Right.
So like TSN is there and everything. That's a sports network here in Canada.
Of
And I'm
course,
looking-
you're a Podical son. He didn't say what up. I'm from the Podical Sons. You didn't let it know.
I'm eating popcorn.
Okay.
I'm eating popcorn. I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
And I just turn my head to the right. And then Ben's like, oh shit, it's Masai. I'm like, Masai. I'm like, the president? I'm like, word. And then I was like, word. I was like, oh shit. So the kids and stuff behind us are like, oh my gosh, it's Masai.
Yeah.
It's Masai. He's like looking our way. I'm like, y'all not black enough though. But I'm not gonna say that out loud. I'm gonna just let it ride.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride.
So, but it was cool. It was dope. It was just it was my first experience of going out with this whole double vax thing. I want to say, I don't feel the need to go out like that since certain things freed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the whole summer and stuff when people were wilding out. I know I was talking my shit about vax and wax and everything.
Right.
I didn't really go out to places
Yeah.
like that.
I was like, how many times did you use your Vax card?
Zero. This is my first time.
Wow.
And the funny thing too, I think when the official government app came out,
Yeah.
I still was hesitant on it because I think it came out like September sometime.
Mm.
And I was just lackadaisical because I'm like, I'm not going anywhere where I really need it.
Yeah.
But then when it came to like the game and stuff, I was like, shit, I got to put this shit on my phone. I can find the email.
Right.
But to make everything faster, they want to just scan.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I got to make sure I set this up. And then that's where I did. And boom, bam. But I don't know. We'll see what the flow of the world goes and stuff like come March here. Right? If here in March, it's starting to look like Florida. Like, I mean, not with the cases, but just like how people are just moving freely and stuff like that again.
All right.
I think that's dope because, yeah, I want to say, if you got it, you got it. And if you didn't, like by that time, it should be enough time and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And with the separations that they did, or the segregation that they did between like the anti-vax people or the people who are vaxxed and not vaxxed.
Right.
I feel like that will be the time to kind of catch up what a world might be. So like if you're not vaxxed, I'm assuming that like let's say the powers that are against you,
right,
hopefully want you to get motivated to get vaxxed,
right,
or probably got it. And if you're a champion and you beat it, then that's it. And if not, one less person they have to pay CPP out to.
Right.
Right? Not even on some evil stuff, but that's what it is. And if you are, congratulations, you're still part of the rat race and the populace, and we run your shit, and that's it. So come that March time, everything now, you're like, all right, the survivors and the survivors from the vaccine and the survivors from the non-vaccine,
the camp,
come together again.
The camp.
Play some Beatles in the background, come together right now, and then keep it pushing. We'll see, man. Like I don't know. That's just my prediction on it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where we are in March, like you're saying. I noticed now some of the stuff where it looked like they were going to be super strict on what they're seeing. I guess what they're seeing number wise and what's going on as far as the vaccination, they're starting to be a little bit more lenient on. Like just today, I know when the biggest issues within the last 2 weeks or so were whether or not they were going to have the school kids vaccinated.
Right, the 5 to 11s.
Right, the 5 to 11s. So it's just been reported today. I got to check a few more sources just to confirm, but they're saying they're not going to make it mandatory, a part of the mandatory vaccine schedules. Obviously, if they'll review the case, they'll let months go by, review the case, see how the reactions are happening. If we're getting more cases, if it's really died down, or if it's leveled off the way it's supposed to be, then obviously more cases, then they're gonna go back and review, right? But it looks like slowly things are starting to reverse. Still with certain things in place, but I mean, it is what it is, right? So, like I say, come March, we'll see. We'll see,
man. I don't know. The former world we knew before, I don't say delusional. I was optimistic to see that if we were going to get back to what we were pre. But I'm like, nah, a lot of things changed. Like I even looked at like customer service stuff.
Yeah.
I went to get food and stuff. I went to have dinner and stuff one day, and I went to go pick up food, right? And the restaurant that I ordered from and stuff, I'm getting ready to pick up the food, and someone else and stuff was picking up their food, and they're spazzing. So they're spazzing and stuff, whatever. Like, I don't understand. Like, you guys told me my food would be ready and stuff about like 10 minutes ago and blah, blah, blah. And then
right.
I was looking like, okay. But the humane thing and stuff was when there's another lady picking up her food, and she's like,
yeah,
yo, like, everywhere is on like skeleton staff now. It's COVID. Now everybody's working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one. I'm like, two, not a lot of people and stuff. They might have to cut back some people and stuff and try and make things
Right.
That's not my concern. So the lady's like, it is because you ordered the food from here.
Yeah.
So if you weren't considerate about what it is, like the world we knew it, it's not gonna go back. And what she said, it was like a light bulb fully went off in my head. I was like, yo, fuck. I'm like, when it comes to customer service, especially,
Yeah.
we can't expect this because what she said, there was validity and facts right behind across the board of what she was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, we just have to be more self-aware and self-centered, right? And come March, we'll see if the dance stuff, we'll see if people's minds and stuff tend to change and sway, but hope for the best.
I'm not sure how it is here in Canada, but I've been hearing within the US, this has been a record for unemployment as far as they've been keeping track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying it's like, I mean, besides the fact that there's a vaccine mandate within the workplaces, for some people, it's not even that. Some people are just tired of actually going to work and being through this whole process has showed quite a few that they don't necessarily have to work to be able to maintain themselves.
Yes, sir.
So now they're saying in the US, like there is employment signs popping up around the corner for almost everything that you could possibly think of.
I work in healthcare.
Right.
And in my hospital and stuff, they just want you to be vaxxed.
That's it.
You're gonna get a job.
You're gonna get a job.
You're gonna get a job. You need a job? Just come vaxxed. I can't really details on where exactly I work, but trust me, if you need a job in healthcare in Ontario, just be vaxxed. You'll be okay.
Just be vaxxed. Just be vaxxed.
Just be vaxxed. You're good. If you were afraid about getting employed or you always wanted a job in the hospital and healthcare,
right?
This is the time.
This is the time.
Act now.
This is the time.
Because this mass exodus is going across the board, right? From people that are not for it. And it's dope. I think it's so dope because like it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call and a reality check on both sides.
Yes. Yes.
One,
I agree with that.
You realize you need the numbers.
Yes.
To make set business run smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And the other side and stuff, whatever, is kind of like, yo, this is what I believe in.
Yeah.
And this is my body, like you guys are claiming, like it's my body, is my choice.
Right.
This is what I'm going to stand for.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I like it on both sides and stuff. I just know that when it comes to the business, whatever, this is where you have to start realizing that people are no longer just employee number, whatever the fuck.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. 100%.
Mm-hmm. So that when you come to that realization and stuff, you're like, nah, I'm not seeing you no longer as not your average Joseph.
Right.
I have to see you as set person. Because if I'm looking at you like that before, and then when you call in sick, and I already lost 5 people from not getting vaxxed, and now you're calling in sick and stuff, and you were holding a job together for like 3 people, and now I gotta find somebody to replace you. I'm subject to not make capital. And in the future, this is gonna have a chain effect.
It's what it is. What it is.
Leadership. But yeah, let's talk about some of these polls, man. Let's battle the polls. So let's start with the fun stuff and let's work our way into the other stuff before we get into that. I guess other shit.
Yeah.
So okay, first poll was: would you have sex with a person who was 600 pounds for 10 racks?
Wait, did I miss that poll?
You missed that? That was about October. You missed that one?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
We need to talk to our Podical son. He about to get replaced by Ben real quick because I don't know what kind of bullshit. Even Ben voted.
Ben voted.
Of course he did.
I don't even want to know Ben's answer. I actually think I know what Ben's answer is.
10 racks.
So you took the 10 racks?
I don't know. I'm not at liberty to discuss. We could have.
I feel he took the 10 racks.
So about you, 600-pound life. All you need is one night.
One night? 10 racks?
10 racks.
I can do it.
You can do it?
Yeah, 10 racks. One night.
I need performance enhancement.
Your performance enhancement.
Not steroids. I need some blue pills or white pills, darkness. I hope the smell is
I
kosher.
know that Tetrax is an aphrodisiac to me.
Yes, yeah. Woo! So when the money's coming, you're coming.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Sounds about right.
All right. Well, 56% said hell no.
Hell no?
They're not doing it for the Skrilla.
These liars.
What?
Out here lying.
What? What?
We're not. We don't judge you guys. You can be honest with ours.
This is a
Be
safe
honest
place.
with yourself.
This is a safe
Yeah.
place. Y'all judge us. We put ourselves up out there. Y'all judge us.
Yeah.
The next poll of stuff is, so I started with a thing where it was actually a thing I seen on Reddit,
Okay.
right? And they were saying that certain things are so hard to say. And it was so funny where one person said, they said onomatopoeia. They were saying like words like that.
Words.
But then people start taking it from words to like phrases and to like things and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, the first one I seen, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me put them against each other. So I said, which one is harder to say? I'm sorry or I need help. And 95% people said they need help.
Yeah.
So it's not hard for most people to say sorry. So I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. I was going to end up like, no. Let's see another one. I was wrong. I love you.
Right.
And 69% said, I love you. So I was like, well, let's duke it out with the champions then. Right? So then when I duked it out with the champions and stuff, whatever, then that's when they came back to and stuff that I need help or I love you. And 75% said I need help. And it had me thinking this stuff real hard to say, like, we're in a world now, or
Right.
let's say the Western world. I want to say like US and Canada, because I can't fully speak for like South America and the Latin countries in
Okay.
between, right?
Yeah.
I would say for US and Canada and the North American portion, we constantly preach togetherness.
Right.
Voting, election, your vote counts, every child matters. So you're not a carpenter, I'm not a carpenter, but we live in places and stuff that carpenters built.
Right.
We lack the skill, we know our limitations, and we have the people that will do the set task and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? If you know this is beyond your scope, what's the harm in asking for help? Why do you think?
Well, I don't think there's any harm in asking because I'm gonna ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is harder for you to say, I need help or I love you?
Wow, what's harder for me to say?
Yeah.
I don't think either of them are hard for me to say. Which would be harder? I don't know because I'm not afraid to ask for help.
And you're not perfect before people like, oh, this
Right,
nigga, he not answering anything like that. No.
I'm not afraid to ask for help, but at the same time, like I'm gonna if I love you, I'm gonna tell you that I love you. Like it's not I'm not afraid to express my feelings either. So it's kind of hard to say which one would win out over the other. It would I guess at that point it would probably have to depend on the situation in which each lies, right?
Give me an example now.
If it's something that I maybe feel that I should be able to do on my own, maybe then
you would give it a shot.
I would give it a shot, and I probably might be more reluctant to ask for help. Not to say that I wouldn't ask for help, but I probably would try to attempt it myself first.
And that's not a problem.
Right.
That's not a problem. But I want to say, you didn't put limitations on yourself because you're saying like, nothing venture, nothing gain. And it's might be possible along your scope that you know.
Yeah.
So this is why you're attempting it.
Yeah.
But like, if you have nothing, like you have no background knowledge on plumbing, are you going to start trying to fix the plumbing and stuff in your house?
Hell no.
Exactly.
No.
So you're going to ask for help or you're going to hire somebody and stuff for the task.
Right.
What's the difference? Because I mean, if you're asking somebody, I need help, somebody might ask you for a fee. They might say, oh, well, I don't have gas money to get there, or I had to do this and stuff for her, or, you know, I'm kind of down out on the money. I don't want to, somebody, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
Here, I have $100 for you. Just come look at my plumbing because I know this is in your scope.
Yeah.
That's still asking for help.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that though.
I don't feel there's nothing.
So
but,
I don't know
but
why.
majority of people and stuff, I realize I can see the I love you thing.
Right.
But the reason why I can see the I love you thing a lot more than I need help because I thought, like I said, this whole nation and the whole world and stuff always kind of built what togetherness.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we help each other to kind of get by. Like you might say think it's a dog eat, or not you, but a person might think it's a dog eat dog world. And contrary to belief, it is.
Yeah.
But there's certain things stuff that can't function without you. Like you have your stimulus check or people get these checks and everything like that. They want you to spend the money, put it back in the economy
yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Yeah.
Because for you can save it and stuff if you're like, I'm good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You're good. But they want it to put together for us. And so together, we need your help to help stimulate the economy again. So that's the government coming at you and asking you for help. And now you have a problem asking somebody you know for help sometimes. And I was like, I feel like that's a mental illness in itself. Like with a pride aspect.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times it's pride. Sometimes it could be even embarrassment, right? Like depending on what you're asking for help for, depending on who the person is, you choose to ask for help. A lot of times people are afraid to ask for help because they may already know how that person who they're asking is going to respond.
Interesting. So
let's say, for instance, right? Let's say I'm doing something in the studio, right? And something there's something that I can't figure out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know another dude who another engineer who owns a studio knows what I'm thinking about top to bottom, right? But I also know that he's a cocky asshole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I call him, I gotta be prepared for the response that he's gonna give me, which could possibly be like
rejection.
Yo, bro, what kind of engineer are you? You mean you ain't know that? You don't know how to do that? Oh, you gotta call me and ask, right? So some people might be even turned off from that fact that, okay, who I'm going to ask? Maybe not look at it as me just needing to know, but looking at it as, dude, you should know that. Why don't you already know that?
But I feel like you should try to figure out which is the best person to get help from.
Yeah.
If they're giving you, I want to say a negative return or comment like that,
right?
I don't think that's the best person for the job.
But it may be the only person. Like again, I'm saying to myself, I'm in the studio. I'm doing something that's studio related. This might be the only person that I know that I can contact who would have this sort of idea. I know other people, but I couldn't contact them because they'd be just as lost as I am.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
But here's this guy. We're peers, but he might look at me as like, yo, bro, you're supposed to know just as much as I do. Like, how you don't know that? Right? And then now I'm going to start thinking, oh, shit. He might be calling other producer people and say, yo, you know who just commented, just try to figure this, that. Make me feel small, make me look small. Then the word go around that I don't know what I'm doing. Then all of a sudden I lose work because people think that I don't know what I'm doing because I had to call this asshole for some information.
Right.
See how complicated it can get?
Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? Like, I understand. Like, I see it. I see it, but nothing venture, nothing gain. And I look at it where you can figure out the best person for the task.
Yeah.
To ask for help and everything like that. Like, if I have some 78-year-old grandmother and stuff, I'm not gonna ask her to help me move my furniture, right? Because she's willing to hand a helping hand. Might tell them to bake some cookies and stuff. Let me give to the squad after we're done moving.
After done,
Right? And like, that's some form of help and everything like. But I have no qualms and stuff of asking people for help. And I guess I'm a love slut because I throw around I love you and stuff a lot to people. Because I feel like that's what we need in the world.
All the world needs is love.
No, that's not all the world needs. It's a component of what the world needs and stuff for sure. But I feel like we lack too much love in today's times. So I guess it gets kind of crucial and kind of sticky.
Right.
But to ask for help, like, for me, my goal is to be great. I want to go be great.
Yeah.
So if I'm like being great or something's in the roadblock for me being great, I need to get at that. Fuck your feedback. I want to get to the goal where I'm aiming at.
Right.
That's just me. But that's me and my ambition. And I feel like that's something you just can't teach. Ambition is something you can't teach.
Nah, you can't teach ambition. You either
have it or you
have
don't.
That drive or you don't have that drive.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I have that drive. So my pride is like, I think I left it home in the closet. I don't want to say I'm bringing out the closet. It's in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm about to
it's
say.
in the hallway.
I was about to say.
The hallway contraption area that might seem like a closet, but it's not a closet.
Yeah. So beside the skeletons.
They're gonna take the sound bite and stuff and like, this boy coming out the closet. Yes, I'm a raging lesbian, folks. Raging lesbian.
From the Isle of Lesbos.
One the Negro. And the final poll question. No, sorry. No, we got two more.
There's two more poll
battling, man.
Oh, shit.
Battling. Could you date someone if their bed was an air mattress?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
What's up with your face? You like, yo.
I think I'm traumatized from the whole air mattress thing. Hear why? And it has nothing to do with a date.
Let's go.
When I was a kid, probably like around the age 4 or 5, and we did the family trip and went to New York. I was staying by we spent the night by my cousin's house, right? So of course, you spend the night with family. There's only a limited amount of beds that you can sleep on, right?
Right.
So she had one of those air mattresses, complete with the plug-in pump, blow that shit up real quick and stuff like that. So, being a little kid, I was playing with my toys and so forth like that, and I had one of those spin tops, right? Little plastic spin tops you twist between your fingers.
Gotcha. Like a bootleg dreidel.
Yeah. Did not the point of that puncture the air mattress and let all the air out? Man, I felt so bad because I didn't know how air mattress to sleep on, man.
So you're flat to the ground.
And I was like, what kind of cheap shit is this?
After you fucked up the people's air mattress,
one from the top did all of that. So, I mean, now that as an adult, I got a big prick. I don't know if I can trust myself around air mattresses.
So stupid.
So that's a no for me.
Yo, I looked at it like this. If I meet a woman,
right,
and we're dating, right, and we get to her house,
and
I see she has an air mattress and stuff, whatever, right? I'm gonna ask and stuff, whatever, just a question when I get on there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not gonna say anything before I get on there.
Yeah.
Because it's a different world out here. Like, I was out of somebody's house and the bed looked like it's floating in midair.
Oh yeah,
they have one of those luxury
levitate.
Yeah,
levitation.
They have some of those ones. Whatever. I just seen the ones with the platform. Mine's got a little decent level to it and stuff. I seen them with the elaborate headboards.
Yeah.
So I'm with whatever.
Right.
When I get on this thing and stuff, whatever, the noise it makes before, like, we get into like whatever set activity.
Yeah.
I'm already kind of, because it has that rubber, the little, like you're like a bootleg transformer.
And the thing about air mattresses is like, you don't really know how to approach it to get on it because you can't do the you do the leap to get on to the mat. You can't leap.
No,
you can't leap onto the air. No.
You might pop the bitch.
It's exactly.
The air might shift one way. You bend wild to take out your shoulder blade. It's a lot going on. So I get on the set mattress with set girly. And I'll contemplate a lot of things.
Right.
Because if like, I'm waiting for like one of these ones where, oh my gosh, you know, I didn't really want to do this until my bed came. I'm like, oh, okay. You got a bed on the way.
Right. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
All right. Cheerio, chap. But if you're looking like, thank you for coming over and stuff. It's been so long since, you know, I slept in a bed with anybody. This ain't a bed. This is not a bed. This is not a bed.
You like
this is the time being.
You know the air mattress. You know where they gather in those little sections.
Yeah.
You know, like, did you wipe in between those little sections where they gather in?
See, and it's wild though, because you got an air mattress and you're putting like sheet, like you're making it like it's a legit
like,
bed. You got a fucking bra. You're a serial killer in the making.
If you dress up the air mattress,
yeah.
The air mattress got a duvet and a comforter on it.
You got a fitted sheet. You got another sheet.
Some throw pillows.
Oh my god.
You got throw pillows.
The most useless things in the world.
If you got throw pillows on an air mattress, you are useless yourself.
Oh my gosh. Was it Kill Bill? You're useless at an asshole right here. Yeah. No, I couldn't do it for a long time. I can tell you that. I can start it.
Right.
But I need to know where is this gonna end.
I mean, we just need to know.
Well, because I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like women ask a lot of things and stuff from men. Yeah. Right? Like women ask for men to be like this, that, third, all the above. I've never heard a guy say, yo, I just want a chick to have her own real bed. Whatever, right?
Here's my question.
Fire away.
How many times do you see that air mattress bed before you ask if a real bed is coming?
One time.
One time?
One time.
Okay.
One event. One reindeer event. Hell, I'll spend the night. I'll sleep there.
You sleep?
I'll sleep there. But I know, morning?
Yeah.
You know what we discussing. Good morning. You sleep well? Did you? Yeah. Because you moved to go to the washroom and I sank in on one damn side. You shifted all the gravity out the bed. I woke up every time you moved. So let's talk about this thing and stuff. Whatever. What's going on? Why you don't got no mattress? Yeah. And if I hear some story like, you know, I'm scary. I feel scary on the real bed. I'm like, okay, there's therapy for that. It's like, you know, gonna get you a counselor and get you a real bed.
I mean, you can get the bed get delivered right to your door. You don't even have to go to the mattress store no more. That shit comes rolled up in a box right to your front door.
The Casper, the Andy, the Simba, the Mufasas, all those beds.
It's coming to you.
Mailed to your house.
At your door.
We can do it right now, online.
Here, while we're lying on this mattress.
Be like, it's coming tomorrow? I'll spend the night for real tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know. It was just shaking it rough. But salute to the people that did, because 55% said yes, they could.
Yes?
Yes, they could.
All right, we got soldiers.
Yeah, or some liars. And the last poll was, are you afraid to show the world the real you? And 64% said no.
Okay.
I don't buy that.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy that.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I'm unique in my own way.
Right.
Are there individuals and stuff like me? Yes. Are there individuals and stuff like me on steroids? Of fucking course.
Yeah.
I'm a outgoing extrovert.
Right.
Right? And I don't seek validation or approval from anybody.
Right.
Not too many people in the world can say that. And I feel confident by me saying that and stuff. Not too many people can say that and everything. I want to say maybe the wealthy or the super rich might have a statement like that, but I want to say regular folk or everyday folk.
Right.
I feel like a lot of them are lying to themselves.
Okay.
Right? I've seen a lot of times where you have tons of people are in the situation where they want to podcast. Look at the podcast. Our podcast and stuff, we talk about tons of things. Topics range from high and low, inappropriate, intellectual, all the above, in between. Some people are thinking about the topics that we'll put on the show.
Right.
And then they'll message and they'll say, you know, I was thinking that. And let's say they say if your answer might be in the not so common realm.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you know, I was thinking that. I was
Right.
feeling the same way,
Right.
but I was too scared to say something like that. Or I'm like, but why didn't you say anything? They're like, nah. And they get quiet. So the past few questions and stuff about which is harder to say, it's more on the vulnerability aspect.
Right.
This is more another vulnerability. Tons of people said it was hard to say, I love you, I need help. Same people that voted for this one.
Right.
And then they said they're okay with being themselves.
Yeah.
And being free. So I said, why is it so hard for you to ask for help if that's part of your being? It doesn't add up. Somebody's doing math and someone's doing meth.
But what if the part of their being is that shyness?
But it's not shyness. I want
Right.
to say the reason why it's not shyness and stuff because shyness, I want to say, is like a group setting. I kind of like more into a group setting.
Yeah.
Or if it is to a one-on-one setting,
Mhm.
you don't have to say it in words. You could at least type it out or write it or leave a note and say, I need
Someone
help.
to just bypass.
Yeah.
Someone to bypass.
Somebody, there's a way and stuff for that. I want to say we've come to a point and stuff where we make tons of excuses for things
Yeah.
when we know it's within our realm, but our brain is like telling us like no, or it can't happen. Like I feel like a lot of people we need to reprogram.
But I feel like that is what separates us in human nature in itself.
Talk about
I think just like we said before, you're gonna have those who are built with that go-getter instinct attitude, and you're gonna have those who are not built with that go-getter instinct attitude. And unless they're willing to develop that skill, then they'll never be on par with with the group over here who has that. So when you say you feel like some of the people in the polls may not be honest with themselves, right? I look at it differently. I look at it as, well, maybe
That's why we here.
I look at it as maybe they are being honest with themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the type of people the Podical Sons attracts. And the people who have a different opinion, they're not like-minded, so they don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yet. Get what I'm saying? It's like
I see it. I can see it, but my thing and stuff is that I think, and it's not even to give away the secret sauce and stuff for her, but you have to kind of see my point of view, and like it'll be to the listeners and stuff as well, is that
right.
when we're constant like these questions, they're nothing new.
No.
To us.
No.
We've been posting questions and stuff for her for the past few years.
Yeah.
Constant. That's so say the Sons, you're gonna get a podcast, you're gonna get these polls.
Yeah.
Those are definites within our realm or the realm of the umbrella of this show.
Yeah.
Right? You develop a kind of like a sense of like, I want to say camaraderie or a sense of like friendship. There's a bond that happens and stuff for there because it goes from like a simple vote to be like, some of them to be like, this one's a wild one. This one's a different one. And then they're doing extra stuff.
And that's what I'm saying. Because
now I want to hold on. Okay. But like now the mask is cracking.
Right.
You had a mask and stuff to come in here and stuff, whatever. Right. And now you're starting to show a little bit more of yourself. And now you're more interactive and everything like that. So not saying we're friggin' clinical psychologists that know everything about your being.
No. Yeah.
But from the information that we gathered and stuff and like the ones that stand out to you.
Yeah.
You know some people and stuff that be like, the positive feedback mechanism will come in and it's real.
Right.
So you realize stuff like, yo, this person votes and this person comments.
Right.
So they stick out in your head. And now when you're looking at the poll and the votes and everything, they're like, but you answered other things like this before and it wasn't like this.
Yeah, the opinions
and
change.
then now you change now.
Change.
And then I was like, you're okay. Go ahead.
But like I'm saying, it's so dope because the type of people that follow us.
Yeah.
Right? It's not they don't follow us because we're the typical podcast.
Right.
Right? They follow us because of the things that you mentioned, right? We tackle different type of subjects.
Mm-hmm.
We give opinions. We give constructive criticisms. We take constructive criticisms. We take opinions. We
give
explore
advice.
topics.
Yeah,
we give advice. This,
yeah.
that, and the third. And there's segments that you can participate within.
Mm-hmm.
What I find so dope is that these people always they were like-minded, but now you're slow. It's like you're slowly seeing them start to come around now, because we're seeing people who answer polls who been around from the start, 6, 7, 8, 9 polls in, just viewed it.
Right.
Didn't even vote.
Just didn't vote.
Just viewed it.
Right.
Right? Now they're like, okay, these motherfuckers think they know it all. Like, yeah, let me get in on the conversation. Now they want to get in on the conversation. And it's just like you said, now they get on the conversation, now back and forth now. And it's like, oh shit, no, I'm not satisfied with just telling you no. I'm not satisfied with just telling you yes. Shit, I got shit on my mind. I got to tell you. Let me jump into the DM and give you peace of my mind. You know what I mean? It's like,
I love it.
I love it too. But that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes now when it's like, shit, are they really lying? Or are they really just like-minded like myself? We're attracting like-minded people.
I mean, you're right. That means there's both ways and stuff, whatever. I don't know, but I feel like from the fraction that I do know about like set people, it just kind of comes off as stuff. I'm like, your realm is dodgy. Your realm is super dodgy and stuff, whatever, right? So it rubs me a type of way, because my thing and stuff is that every room I walk in, I'm me.
Right.
Right? And I'm not going to hide who I am for anybody. I'm one of those people and stuff that made peace with, I'm going to be different.
Yes.
I looked up to Pharrell Williams when I was younger and Andre 3000. In a hip-hop dominated kind of realm, those guys are different individuals. They're not your typical hip-hop type of people. And those are people who I looked up to when I was younger. And I said to myself, I'm like, they're not afraid to be who the hell they are and stuff and still walk amongst the crowd. Why the hell not? Okay, so you don't dig me because I do this. You don't dig me because I watch this or I do that. That's your business.
Yeah.
I just won't fuck with you. I just won't share my joys with you.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm still going to be me. There's nothing that's really going to turn me off from being me.
No.
And there should be nothing that just
you got to be.
That makes anybody to kind of stop from being them.
You got to be you. You got to be you.
And like I like my heart goes out, like my heart partially breaks for people and stuff that they feel like, especially on social media.
Yeah.
You already, I want to say your profile's damn near kind of like fictitious, right? I don't want to say for everybody and stuff, whatever. I've never posted anything about a bill I had to pay, not because address purpose and everything like, or if I want to flex or something, some people and everything like that. But I'm not afraid to show a digital world an ideal version of who I am.
Right.
My IG doesn't define me, or my social medias and stuff don't define who I am and stuff as a person. Some of my opinions, some of my thoughts, some of my ideas might come across and stuff, whatever, but I'm not out here doing posts like, hi, I'm Marvin, and I like blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Tune in tomorrow and I'll tell you some more shit that I like. Goodbye for now. I'm not doing shit like that.
But even if you did do that, would you be truthful to it? Would you be true to yourself?
I would be true.
Okay, well,
I would be true.
Right.
I would be true and stuff like, because like we have these things and stuff like, we have like our group chats and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I care for you guys, or I care for the peoples and stuff, whatever, that I said I'm going to mingle and have a group chat with and constantly go in and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Why would I be afraid to be me? If I'm afraid to be me, I just leave the chat.
Yeah. No, well, you should be comfortable being you amongst friends.
And if I'm afraid to be me on like social media, but even if I'm afraid to be me on social media, do a Kevin Durant, make another account, and still fuck with people like that, whatever, on that account. And just watch.
But maybe you don't want to be you on social media.
You don't want, and if you don't want to be
maybe you don't want to be you on social media.
And that's fine. If you don't want to be you on social media, that's dope.
Right.
But the question was to the real world. So to the real world, on a regular acting basis and stuff, or like day-to-day type of thing and stuff, you run into a coworker and everything like that. Let's say the coworker and stuff, they tell you and stuff like, your thing is that when you go home, you want to watch How to Build fucking whatever the fuck. You watch everything you wanna build from,
Yes,
from trees and like from pools in like India.
I'm building.
Yeah, you to like the Hot Wheels thing and stuff, whatever. And then one person's like, yo, when I go home sometimes and stuff, I like to crack open the beer and watch this people like build some shit like these model cars. You're like, are we best friends right now? you know what I'm saying? Like,
You touch my soul.
yeah. Some people they're looking for that.
Right.
Like I want to say, me being an extrovert, I would say some stuff like that. Like, yo, are we best friends right now?
Yeah.
Because that's my shit already.
Funny you mentioned that. At work, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the jobs I was on, the dude who worked on the opposite side of me,
Mm-hmm.
I held that job, or I worked on that job for maybe about, I want to say 2 months I was in that area working that job, right? Me and dude talked every day,
Superficial shit.
just regular shit, just that, and the third, blah, 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 right? Month goes by, I'm off that job, I'm in another area, and I'm talking to another dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling him about the podcast and the studio and stuff like that. And he goes, so I show him the studio. And he goes, oh, that's dope. He goes, you know who else is into the whole studio stuff and shit like that? I was like, who? And he goes, he's like, so-and-so. And I'm like, so-and-so? Who I worked for the past 2 months, side by side. And not even a word of music came up between us. But here's this guy, he does music production as well. So I was like, wow, that's so weird, because it wasn't a case of me not being myself, because I'm myself while I'm at work.
Correct.
It's just certain aspects I'm not always talking about.
Very true.
So imagine that. Here's something that we because we shooting the shit talking about everything under the sun except music.
But music is your passion, so that's why I'm shocked why you bring that up.
Because I'm looking at it as we're engaging in conversation, right?
Right.
The conversation that we're having
Doesn't divulge around music.
yeah, it's not divulging around music at all. And the conversation is going.
But you would never bring a conversation to your realm and stuff, whatever, to like in your ball court. Because like for me, I don't want to say like it's a manipulative thing, but I like to try and be in control of like the conversation or a setting.
Right.
If it's a decent type of thing. So I like to bring it in my realm and then kind of lead from there. So in any case, I know my realm that I'm used to. And I
Right.
know my joys and stuff that I'm used to.
Right.
But I don't know you and I don't know what might make you happy. Like if I say big booties and thongs clapping and stuff, whatever makes me happy and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then if you might be on like a low-key closet perv while I'm a full open perv, and then you might be like, I gotta send you a video. Like then like you start sharing
You
some
know
type
what
of
though?
thing.
I think maybe if I was there longer, the conversation would eventually reach to that. But we just so busy just shooting regular shit that it's not, you know what I mean, it's never something that ever comes up. But I'm thinking, if I'm there long enough and we shoot all the shit that's possibly ever to be shot, it's like, so what'd you do last night? Oh, I just worked on some music. Oh yeah, really? What kind of music you work on? You know what I mean? It's just something simple like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, I do this. Oh, well, I do that. That's because a lot of times when I discuss music, that's how the conversation starts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody asking me, like, what way? Oh, so what'd you do over the weekend? Oh, I did this. It's usually studio.
Me, if I mess with you, if I deem you kind of worthy, yeah. If I don't rock with you like that,
Yeah.
I keep it kind of short. Because even like some of my coworkers and stuff, like I see them at work, I acknowledge them, and because most of them know me as a sociable person, I'll have conversations. I'll greet everybody.
Right.
I see people. I try to make sure I see people and people know they're seen.
Yeah.
I think the most fucked up or rude thing you could do and stuff is like fully walk past a person, like not even acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Like you don't see a person and stuff. I'm like, I understand why some people feel the type of way.
Yeah.
But my thing and stuff is that I have these weirdo people, not even weirdo people. I'm weird. They're just different word. They just want to be in your mix
Yeah.
for no damn reason.
Yeah.
And like they have nothing to add to it or take away from it, whatever. So it's kind of like things like one day I was in the elevator, right? I got my mask on and stuff, and then I just yawn, like, ugh, yawn. You're tired. You're a young guy. You shouldn't be sleeping. Yeah, but you shouldn't be so tired and stuff. Whatever. What are you doing?
Right.
It's my business. How young do you think I am? You're like, you're in your 20s. I'm like, flattery gets you everywhere in my book. Okay. Thank you. I'm actually in my mid-30s. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah, because we don't fuck with each other like that.
Right.
You don't know these things.
Right.
So instead of saying like, how's your day going or something like that, sure. But you want to get into like certain type of realms and stuff, and I don't know, call it the black in me, because black people don't like to do census, they don't like to offer themselves up for like vaccine, some shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, my thing is like, yo, bro, I don't fuck with you like that. Like, I'm not gonna deem you worthy.
Yeah.
But if I deem you worthy, or if I message you like that, what you doing this weekend? Well, I ran up and down, did a few errands, and I recorded my podcast.
Right.
Oh, you have a podcast.
Well, okay, see, and that's why I said if I was there long enough to probably build more of that rapport, and like we're shooting the shit till we just can't shoot any other shit.
Well, you come to the right place. I can teach you a seminar. You teach me about your bootleg sex techniques, and I'll teach you about how to speed up this damn.
How to speed it up?
Make work friends in like 10 minutes. You gotta hit him with come on, man. You're a prodigal son. Hit him with the quick shit. It's a hot dog and sandwich. They're like, what?
Shit.
What will make you think of this? I have a podcast. Oh shit, you do? Dun 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 dun. You're welcome. Folks, $6.99 for the introductory course. Tune in.
Let's follow us on IG.
Tune in.
Usually
all the courses will be on Patreon soon.
Usually gives out information, little tidbits every now and then.
Yeah. So that's why I was looking at gems. I was like, I just hope we come to a point where every individual, and I hope anybody who's listening, man, and I really mean this sincerely from the bottom of my heart, you shouldn't be afraid to show the world who you are. You're probably a beautiful, fucking amazing individual. And you shouldn't be afraid to show the world who you are. If they don't like you and stuff and everything like that, fuck it. Because you know what the funny thing too is that I found out the other day of watching a documentary, there's mass serial killers find each other to be serial killer, to talk about serial killer shit, just to be friends. Like, there's a serial killer, like I was watching the documentary.
Right.
And he linked to other serial killers, so he's more of a rapist, cannibal type of dude.
Right.
And he hooked up with other serial killers that just like to strangle people. Another person that just like to stab people.
So, okay.
People that fuck with each other on some negative shit are still being themselves.
Yeah.
So you on your positive stuff, or you not causing bodily harm to nobody, you are afraid to be yourself? You're better than that. You're a champion. I hope you hear this and I hope you feel different. And I hope this episode moves you a different type of way where you should be proud. And one day I hope you dance in the street with a smile.
You know what? Some of them got to get past the programming, man. Because some of them, there's a lot of shit out there that tells you you're not good enough being you.
Yes.
And that, I think that's part of the problem, right? A lot of them are bombarded with, you're not good being you.
Yeah.
Right? And then they see Joe Blow over there looking so successful and everything. Oh shit, I gotta be like Joe Blow, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, the world doesn't need another Joe Blow. The world really needs you. The world really needs you. And it's up to you to prove the naysayers wrong that say the world doesn't need you. Because that's full of shit.
I agree, man. I agree. I wanted to give a quick convo and stuff pertaining to the Superman situation. Superman Jr.
Man.
Let's
ain't gotta be quick. We got time.
So the new story now, Robin came out in DC comic, or what's DC stand for, my kind friend?
I have a better one.
What's this?
District of Cox.
So you can't. So if you say DC sucks, it'd be like in more ways than some.
More ways than
one. Yo, I feel like that when it comes to DC comics. I tell everybody like, yo, I'm a Marvel fan. You can't spell Marvel without spelling Marvel.
Yeah, this is true.
Right?
This is true.
Now, Superman's son, John Kent, Lois Lane, and Clark Kent's son, John Kent, is bisexual.
See, and when this first popped off, how this was coming about, how far am I removed from the comic book world? Because I didn't even know, like, Lois and Clark had a child.
Yeah, because the District of Cox, like, they're just shooting.
It's like
cops are just shooting and firing off everywhere.
Storyline.
They're just shooting for something. They're just shooting. They're just shooting, man. Like, yeah, you know, these dicks just want to shoot. Dicks just want to shoot.
I'm like, wait, back this up a little bit. Okay.
Well, in the DC universe, granted,
Yeah.
what I do know for a fact is that they have multiple universes.
Yes.
You see a Marvel thing and stuff is like a multiple universe, but it's actually one. It's just different realms intersect.
Right.
It's kind of like you have the Spider-Man universe, which would be in the New York City type of thing, and then you have stuff like Asgard, right?
Right.
So it's kind of like the worlds. It's still one universe, but they intersect at times.
Right.
DC, you have stuff like even the Batman realm. You have Batman Adventures, the Brave and Bold Batman, Dark Knight,
Right.
Batman Beyond, the Son of Batman.
Right.
You see, and Batwoman. There's so many different types of universes and stuff, and those things won't intersect with each other.
Right.
Right? Superman as well. You have a Superman thing where Superman died.
Yeah.
Literally died. Right? By Doomsday.
Right.
And then another realm and stuff. I think when that Superman was dead, they had another one, Man of Steel. They have a black Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
There was like 5 Supermans that popped up when the first one died.
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Man of Steel and all that type of stuff and everything that came up. So I'm not knocking it. It's just that you've already made Robin, and I'm not trying to sound in a negative way, but out of nowhere, Robin blindsided us and stuff, and you made him Robin bisexual.
Yeah.
Cool. We agree with it. We left it.
Yeah.
You know, representation means a lot.
Right.
Right? Because if you're a bisexual person or you're a part of that community where you're looking like there's no character that kind of reflects you.
And see, okay, so here's the problem I have.
All right.
Not the fact that it's either a bisexual or a gay superhero.
Mhm.
It's just the mythos behind it, right? If you're gonna say to me,
I don't even know what the fuck that word means.
the mythos,
Yeah, the meat and the toes? Like, I don't know.
mythos, the
Okay.
mythology behind it.
We make words so fucking difficult to stick to the
Mythos, mythology
All right.
behind it, right?
Right.
Okay, for the longest time growing up, Robin was. I mean, we questioned a few things, but ultimately we landed on that Robin was straight.
Mm-hmm.
So for it to now to be like, okay, after all these years, there was never a hint of bisexuality in the comic books, anything like that.
Right.
All of a sudden, now you want us to expect he's bisexual, whereas I can accept it from Superman's son because there's no real. He's like a new player on the block.
Mm.
So you can develop that story around him.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like he can come out as a bisexual person because really and truly, we don't have no sexual history on him.
We don't, but he's rocking with Daddy's logo, and salute to the people who have the Superman logo tattooed on them.
Yeah.
Shaq included.
They don't want to.
Ha!
They don't want no parts.
Shaq, just put some colors in the rainbow on that
They
thing.
want
and
no
stuff,
parts.
whatever. Yo, it's just put a little rainbow color in there, whatever. Like your world kind of just got spiced or fierce. Like, yo, I don't know, but I mean, when it comes down to it, you're right. I'm like you're absolutely right. Like if you're coming with a brand new character,
Yeah.
we know nothing about, fine.
Yeah.
You can develop it that type of way.
Of course.
But then when you say nothing about this person, remember, Robin, except Robin you were talking about,
Right.
was Dick Grayson.
Right.
So then we honed in, like, okay, in the comics, it went from Dick Grayson to Boy Wonder Robin
Right.
to Nightwing.
Yeah.
So in this transition of 3 things, from like him being from the Flying Graysons before his parents got killed,
Right.
to getting the training to become Boy Wonder to all now, we've heard nothing about him.
Nothing.
Like, you know, sucking dicks and tacos, eating tacos and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right?
Nothing.
And then you just jump this in. But this one, you're right. With the character development thing, I just feel like there's a lot of bandwagonness going on
Yeah.
with this. Because I felt like you got representation from the Robin aspect
Robin,
and
right.
no one really thinks. So now you're just peeling out characters and stuff all like that. So I'm like, who's the next one to kind of come out? Right? So I mean, like it won't, and then they're gonna come with a storyline or something like, oh, when Batman's a League of Shadows and stuff, whatever, somebody was crawling in his dark hole. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Someone explored his back cave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Actually, yeah. But I don't know. We need to figure out this stuff. It's today's times, yes. But not all at once.
But to me, it's not. I don't even think it's all at once. You know what? 'Cause I would look at it if they was like saying, okay, that's it. The next 5 superheroes, we got to turn gay or bisexual or lesbian, right? It's not even like they're doing that. My problem is,
what if they had a new character named Transformer, and they were trans?
But I'd be okay with that because it's a new character.
Right.
The only problem that I have is like you're taking characters that I grew up with
and remixing them. So we can't make Santa Claus black in your world because you used to white Kris Kringle.
I'm not. It's not the fact that I'm used to white Kris Kringle. My thing, I'm with literal integrity. That's my whole thing, right?
Gotcha.
So if the author from the get-go has given this person an identity, a color, a way of thinking, and so forth, like if that is hard baked in the character, then I feel for the rest of that character's life, that is how that character should be. If the author doesn't specify anything like that and say, yo, this is a fictional character, it could be anything, then be my guest. You know what I mean? The world is open. Change it to whoever you want it to be.
Right.
My problem with when they're arguing for Idris Elba to be the James Bond, I was like, yo, I don't think the dude who came up with the character ever meant him to be a black dude.
You gotta write in black struggle. You gotta write in the difference between the worlds.
Yeah.
You have to write that in.
You got to write it in.
Because you can't have a situation like we spoke about that, whatever, right? Like you can have a room full of millionaires.
Right.
Just millionaires. White millionaires are way more common than a black millionaire.
Way more common.
So now you have a room full of millionaires and everything like that. How many in a room, let's say of 30, how many do you think will be black? Right?
Yeah.
And this is up to the person and stuff, whoever's answering the question and stuff. Like one person might say 2, one person might say half the room and everything and stuff. And that's from their point of view and perspective.
Right.
That's cool. In this way of, who's wrote James Bond? Ian Fleming.
Ian Fleming, yeah.
In Ian Fleming's time, I don't think it was written out then. Because that person had to deal with some racial kind of injustice and stuff. Remember, these James Bond movies have been going back.
Yes.
So when James Bond was pumping off, like when like You Only Live Twice was popping off, there were still like dogs attacking black people in the streets.
And remember, a lot of those novels, Ian Fleming wrote from his Jamaica estate, where I'm pretty sure he had Jamaican servants and all of those people underneath him.
And he could have wrote a black person in there.
Yeah.
For other purposes. Because I think they said allegedly Moneypenny was always supposed to be black. Right? Moneypenny was always supposed to be black. I can't remember which one they were saying it because what's her name? Naomi something, the actress who played Moneypenny in one of the recent Bonds.
Right.
They were saying that in one of the books they wrote about like her hair. You know, it's kind of like with the Jesus skin of bronze, hair of wool. Yeah. They kind of like wrote a description and stuff like how Moneypenny was coming down in a setting. So they said that, oh, okay, well, clearly that she's not Caucasian.
Right.
Right? So they flipped it, I guess, to thing but then again, it's the same thing. It's the code names.
Right.
There could always be a 007. Right. There can always be a 008.
Right.
Always be 006.
Right.
It's just different people playing those positions.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay. Perfect. So I'm glad that we're here, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going to give Idris the role, he can be 007. He just can't be James Bond.
No, not James Bond. We'll make him into a character like Idris Elba will be the new 007 and he will, for shits and giggles, we'll call him Marvin Marvelous.
There you go. Marvin Marvelous.
Yeah.
007.
Yeah.
The new 007.
Yeah.
The new 007.
I think I might buy all the memorabilia for that movie. I mean, put it up in the house, in the hallway. 007. You know the guy's name is your name? It's autobiography, by the way. But I mean, who's counting?
Who's counting?
Come inside.
Who's counting?
Get comfortable. Sip some with his wine with a martini,
All
shaking
right.
that stirred.
So while we're on the James Bond topic, the movie's out now. This is the last Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
You're
trying to Roger Moore?
I'm throwing two James Bonds into one. So Daniel Craig hits his last James Bond, right? And they're saying, I think, is it the black lead actress? Is she supposed to be
The new 007?
She's supposed to be the new 007?
Yeah.
Okay, so with her being the new 007, she can't be James Bond.
Correct.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That-
okay,
that's how you write it in.
that's how you write it in.
A brand new character. Bring in a brand new
A
character.
brand new character. You can make, I don't know if she's lesbian or not, but if you wanted to make her lesbian,
This is the time.
this is the time. You can.
This is the time. This is the time. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing her in some scenes.
You know what I mean?
She a looker.
She got the James Bond swagger. She picking up all the hotties.
Looking for
Yeah,
a baddie.
you looking-
I'm looking for a baddie.
You
Still
looking for a
buying me
baddie.
gifts so I can post it on IG. Like senior slut over here.
Bougie. Bad and bougie.
I wanted to, let me ask you, who has life harder? An ugly man or ugly woman?
Mm,
Let's go.
I think an ugly woman.
Why?
She ain't get that love and support that she gonna need.
I don't know though.
You don't know? You don't know? You beg to differ?
I know some guys that will smash anything.
You know some guys that smash anything?
And I feel like if she's not that type of looker, she can still get a guy to kind of look her way and build on that. Now, if it might be like a chase down type of thing, or she's running behind a guy or something like that,
Yeah.
that's one thing. Pretty person privilege, PPP, is real.
Right.
That exists. I just use other people's pretty privilege and stuff, whatever, to get
To get where you are.
I use your bitch ass. I use your pretty ass face to get some shit like this done. So I use your privilege
This guy.
for that. Because we make it seem like it's not a thing,
Mhm.
but we shouldn't shun, like I want to say, the pretty people like your damn self and stuff out here like that. Because we make it seem like, all right, remember I think she was a Playboy model who fat shamed the lady in the gym. She was naked and like she took like a ninja shot of her, like, oh, could you look at this? And then
Right.
she had to issue a whole apology statement and everything
Right.
because she broke like gym code and stuff, taking photos and everything in private areas
Yeah.
and stuff. I look at it where, yes, she was wrong for fat shaming, right? We're not pretty shaming these people and everything. So these people feel like they kind of float on clouds. But we're always constantly looking at like the bad and stuff within, I want to say, more in ourselves than we do at people. We have to admit we live in a superficial world where no one really wants to date the quote unquote ugly person,
Yeah.
right? You want to look at somebody's stuff as like, you might say to yourself, the person might be out of your league, but you probably look for somebody who's, I want to say, attractive enough to work in your league,
Right.
right? I look at it stuff, I feel like it's an ugly man in my realm because yes, you can work hard and work smart and get your money up and everything as an ugly man, but I still feel like until you get to that point, you might not taste the fruits of your labor. Because some people and stuff, okay, let's say you're working to build a Fortune 500 company and stuff, and you're not there yet. Let's say it takes you from age 22 to age 41 to get this company established and going and everything like that.
Okay.
Until then, you're going to be jerking it because no one's going to be looking at you. They look at you like, yo, you're a tree monster. Yo, I'm not fucking with tree monsters out here.
All right. Okay. So how are we in regards to the world population and the number differences between men and women? Is it still 6 women to every Every woman, it must have.
It had to grow.
I think it might have.
It had to grow.
You think it's growing up?
When I was in school, I heard the prof say, and this is like in 2006. In 2006, he said, this is within the GTA.
Within the GTA.
Within the GTA, I think at that time or the year before 2005, 2004, the numbers were, there were 283,000, approximately 283,000 babies born within GTA parameters.
Okay.
From the Halton region to, I think, I'm pretty sure Ajax.
Okay.
Ajax was the cutoff and stuff, because I don't think it was Oshawa and Whitby.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was Ajax, something like that. And then work his way and stuff to like the downtown area, right? Out of those 283,000 babies were born that particular year, I'm pretty sure he said 63,000 of them were male boys. So I said, holy, that's a lot. So then they start doing some, I feel like it was anecdotal information.
Right.
But we're running with it because it was a conversation and stuff in class and everything. Basically, he did the math and he broke it down to basically there's 11 women per man. Now, every man can't service 11 women. Right. But out of 11 women and stuff, he said 4 are bound to like find interest into other women. Right. Because they realize like, you know, set guy of their dreams or set proper guy and stuff, whatever, is taken or spoken for. Right. So they were probably done sway, but in any case, it still come down to a nutshell about like 7 women to one man.
To one man. Okay. So 7 women to one man, right? 6 beautiful women. Mm-hmm. And you the 7th ugly duckling.
All right. I'm Wanda. How you doing?
You're Wanda.
How you doing?
He's got to pass up 6 good-looking women.
For Wanda?
To say he's going to come and give you that shot.
Not everybody wants gold. Some people want bronze. Smooth. Gosh, my gosh. Okay. Some people just want bronze.
Are you giving up the 6 beautiful women for the...
No, I would not pass up Beyonce for Solange.
Okay. I'm just asking. I think some ugly women are going to have it tougher than some ugly men.
This is true. And I feel like this is where inner beauty counts the most, because I feel like you have to play within your strengths. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some people don't, right? I feel like, okay, me being at my height, which I'm going to say scraping 5'8". Okay. Right? I'm scraping 5'8", and there's some women and stuff or a good portion of women that I know. Hell, you know what the funniest thing too? I had an upper exec. She looked at me one day and stuff, whatever. I was outside and stuff. I was on the phone with you.
Okay.
I was on the phone with you. I
bring good luck.
And she was walking from afar and she see me and I'm outside on the phone and stuff, whatever. No mask on and stuff, whatever. And she said to me, she's like, yo, don't take this in the wrong way. I think you're an attractive man. So I was like, I'm not taking it any kind of wrong way. I was like, thank you. And she's like,
it's the only way I'm taking this, baby.
She's like, calm down. No one's trying to get a me too, and don't get your head all swollen. I'm like, well, I got a big ass forehead, as you can see, so it's only gonna get bigger from this thing. Where are we going with this combo? So she's like, you know what? If we didn't work together and you were taller.
And you were taller.
That's like.
I wish I was a little bit tall. I wish I was a tall.
No, fuck that. You gotta take me for who I am. I didn't walk in the room tippy-toeing. But it was so funny because I laughed at it. So I'm like, yo, that's her requirement for beauty.
Yeah.
Another person's requirement for beauty might be, I like freckles. Mm-hmm. I like women with freckles. Yeah. Not saying it's a requirement. No. I won't date a woman without any freckles, but I like specific type of things. I have an affinity to specific things. Right. And that's okay. You got to play within your realm. If you're into, put like this, I realized that I just looked at the Tinders, the Bumbles, the Plenty of Fish. All 3 I need to cut a check I'm talking about on the podcast. For dating aspects. Okay. There's another one called BLK for black people. There's another one called Interracial Cupid. if you want to get a little flavor into your worlds and everything.
You want to swirl.
There's Zook. There's so many. eHarmony, Match. You got to play within your strengths.
Yeah.
So if your thing and stuff is that, some people say, I heard a woman say this shit, as a black woman, some white men don't find her that attractive.
Right.
Don't go on Bumble. Go on BLK.
Yeah.
Go on Black.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Go on Black. So now...
Unless she's looking for a white man.
And then go on interracial Cupid. So what I'm saying, you got to play within your strengths. Right. And I feel like a lot of people do not. We say it countless times. People don't check all their resources and everything and stuff like they just go to one aspect and be like, it's not working. It's not for me. No.
Yeah.
Did you try?
Yeah.
Did you really try? Like I always look at this stuff when I see all these young girls and stuff, and I'm not shitting on them. Get your coins, ma. But when I see these young girls stuff like doing OnlyFans and stuff like that, I'm 18. Did you try at life?
Nah.
Did you really try?
Nah.
Like, you don't have to do this right away. I can see like if you were like, I see some of the stories like, oh, mom was doing this. COVID times was hard. She turned to OnlyFans. Okay, you tried.
Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah.
You need to put food on the table and stuff for your children.
Right.
Your family.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have no kids, no nothing. And they're like, see my dick. See my vagina on my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Play in your strengths. Ugly dudes and ugly women. It's not my place because I don't know what to call you guys and stuff. For me personally, I just call you people.
And beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And
right?
beauty is in the eye of the beer holder, depending on the setting. Don't let Smooth get it twisted. Don't let Smooth get you twisted.
Marv, beauty is in the eye of the
beer holder. Yes.
What may not be so pretty to us.
After a few drinks to be pretty to everyone. No further questions. No, I jest. But I mean, it comes down to where we have to honestly be real with ourselves and stuff and just look like, yo, all right, I find this attractive about myself. Play on your attributes.
Yeah.
Play on your attributes and everything like that. And which is cool because I look at it where it was, I think it was your wife. She said it and stuff one day. I'm like, I don't like girls and stuff whatever on these dating apps that only do headshots.
Right.
I like to see a full body shot and stuff like that. She's like, what if her head is like her best feature?
Yeah.
She's playing in her best features. I'm like, very fucking true. Cool.
Yeah.
It'll be a no for me. It'll be a swipe left for me.
Right.
But for other people and stuff like, she's pretty enough for me.
Yeah.
Carpe diem.
Yeah.
And then they just run with it and everything like that. Because these things is just to get you started initially until like you meet somebody. I don't know about this. I'm never going to see you in life and catfish shit with it. You're not going to get my dumb ass with this stuff.
Right.
I need to see you a real life person.
Yeah.
And when we get to this initial level to see if you're a real live person and everything and stuff, I think looks take a extra back seat. Like that SUV with the fold out seats in the back.
Yeah.
It takes that kind of route.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, initially, I needed the aesthetic to kind of get me there. The day-to-day functions, like, how do you think? How do you handle stress? I ask women tons of questions and stuff. I've run a fucking podcast.
Right.
I asked a woman a question the other day and stuff. And I'm like, what is your longest friendship? And she's like, well, I had childhood friends, but we don't talk like that. That's not still going. That's not a friendship.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. What's your longest friendship and stuff? And then she's like, oh, one of my friends, we used to work together and stuff, and we've been friends for like 8 years. She's like, why does that matter? So I'm like, well, it kind of tells me like how much effort you might put into keeping a bond.
Right, yeah.
Because if you and I get into some conflict, are you willing to put in that effort to kind of keep our bond strong?
Keep us here for 8 years.
And then, so she was shocked and stuff. She's like, shit, I never had anybody ask me that question before. I'm like, you never met a guy like me before.
Yeah, same.
But it comes to where I'm not considering you ugly. The world might consider you ugly. And the world, like you said, brainwashing and programming is a hell of a thing.
Well, hell of a thing, man. Hell of a thing.
But I've seen at points where the not so attractive guy has to go above and beyond a lot harder than the not so attractive woman. Because I feel like the not so attractive woman, in any case, people are still going to try and tell her to be great.
Yeah. And
I feel like for that guy, it's not that easy on that side of the scope. They just tell you like, yo, you just gotta make it, dog. You'll be good. And We don't know how to tell you gonna make it, but you just gotta make it. And then to like the not so ugly person, the woman to be like, oh, it's okay. That guy's an asshole, okay?
Right.
He's just a fucking jerk. He doesn't see the beauty like we see in you. So she's getting positive reinforcement when the ugly guy stuff is just looking like, I just gotta get my coins.
So just gotta get his coins up.
So that's why I feel like it's the ugly man that has it harder in life.
Just gotta get his coins up, man. But I mean, even when the ugly man gets his coins up, he's not going to number 7.
No.
Nah, he's going 1 through 6. He's still got a chance with his coin up.
I've seen Shabba ranks with some model chicks, okay? I was like,
I'm just saying.
I've seen some
just saying.
I'm not. Hey, Jay. I love me some Jay-Z.
Yeah.
If he wasn't Jay-Z, would he have Beyonce?
Sorry,
would he have Beyonce?
It's a hard one.
It's the same thing. Like I always say, I'm like, yo, if John Legend was John Stevens,
Yeah,
would he really get Chrissy Teigen?
this is true.
So that's why I'm looking at him like, I'm not saying John Legend and stuff is not looking. Like my son looked like John Legend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the stuff like certain things and stuff for because you're in a certain realm because you got your money up. You got your hustle up.
I was about to say, it's not funny though.
And these things working.
How money and the hustle can help you bypass your shortcomings and help you put forth the things that are just going to just make you skyrocket, right? Because like,
check me out. Ready for this? Ready for this? No further questions. You're not broke. You're not ugly. You're just broke.
Yeah.
Get your money up.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner is definite living proof. All cameras, I'll say it. And the whole Kardashians can come after me.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall is the untouched one, right?
Right.
Kylie was not that look. Kendall still beat Kylie.
Yeah.
Pre-plastic surgery.
Yeah.
But with the money, Kylie up there now. Yeah. Kylie up there out of all of them and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, get your money up.
Get your money up.
Get your money up. You're doing yourself a favor. Yeah. You're doing yourself the justice and all the above. I can't tell you how you feel and stuff within your body. Dove tells you love the skin that you're in. If you're not happy in the skin you're in, get your money up and pay for the skin that you want.
Get your money up. Get your money up.
There's constant people going to the Dominican Republic for like Brazilian butt lifts. They want to fit a type of standard. That's them.
If you go to Dominican Republic for a Brazilian butt lift,
CC bueno.
Is that a second-rate job? If you go to Brazil for a Brazilian butt lift,
no, that's a first rate.
That's
job.
first rate.
Brazil and Colombia, I feel like would be first rate.
Would be first rate.
I feel the reason why I feel like because they pioneered like plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Within those places.
Yeah.
I never recall anybody be like, oh, I'm going to Dominican for my plastic surgery. Like, you know, I don't think it's a pioneer staple kind of place. Because you want to go where like the pros go.
Yeah. No. The Brazil came up with some techniques.
Brazil smashed the game out the water because they said 9 times out of 10 you don't know who hasn't been under the knife, right? And Colombia stuff is like that and stuff as well. But then when it comes down to it, like I don't recall hearing anything about the Dominican Republic. No.
You don't get a Dominican butt lift instead.
No, you're gonna get a second rate. But hey, sometimes some people second rates work.
Yeah.
Some people the second rates work.
Yeah.
See, if you can take Beyonce, would you still take Solange?
I'm gonna end up with Beyonce.
Come for the top tier. Brazil, here you come, baby. Yo, let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. If you knew you can only succeed, what would you do for the world?
Oh shit, I answered this one already, no?
No.
If I could only succeed, what would I do for the world? Yes, I did answer this already.
Not on the show.
Not on the show?
No. When I ran it past you, you had your dirtbag ass response. The world needs to hear about your dirtbag side. Not just only me.
No, we did do it on the show. And I told the world that I would have nobody work. Barter system. You don't remember the barter system?
When
did we have the barter system talk?
When? See, that's why we got to stop talking to each other during the week.
I said,
So tell the people what you said.
I said no one would work, right? Everybody would get shit for free, right? And then you said, what if I needed something from somebody, but what if they needed nothing from me? And I said, well, they can't be mean and stingy because later on in life they might need that ladder for the trade-off.
I was at work when you said that.
We were at work.
We weren't here.
All right.
We weren't here.
All right.
So my thing, honestly, I think a situation and stuff is definitely the living aspect with people. Because at first I thought it was like the education thing.
Right.
Because I feel like education kind of brings certain things and stuff to like a playing field and a level, right? Where I think like if education across the board, like we're talking about from kindergarten to like post-secondary schooling was for free, it can kind of level, put you in a point where you're okay to sit down and talk with some people. Because I want to say some people will look down at a person if the education is not high.
Right.
Like you can see, you have some high school graduates, high school dropouts, and some people know that they're high school dropouts. They just have this condescending look towards those people. Now, if you heard a person and stuff like, oh, they graduate from university and such, like even some people who graduate with a Bachelor of Arts. Some people, you see, look, you laugh, I laugh. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, if that was free across the board, I'm pretty sure other people will have other options to kind of change.
Right.
I thought about that. But I realized the thing and stuff is actually just a living situation. I think if we fix the rent control aspect or some realms,
Right.
like cost of living might not be that bad. Like if you're not kicking up property and certain things, like living wise, we're good. I feel like most of the world, because if this side of the world is saying like average cost of living is $1 million to live.
Yeah.
And let's say another third world country. I don't want to say a particular country and make anybody feel bad, but let's say in that particular world, the cost of living might be like $50K to live.
Right.
Right? For like home wise and everything and stuff. And you get big slap ass house. For $1 million, you get a nice slap ass house.
By the way, I don't mean to cut you.
Yeah.
But Vancouver is now the most expensive city to live in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, I know. Motherfuckers always want to tell you come out to Vancouver. Why should I go broke?
Let's come out to Van City.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be living in the van in that city in no time. I tell you that for a fact. But it comes down to where the $50K doesn't move, the $1 million doesn't move. Okay, produce can go up. Other things like that, whatever. But if the cost of living doesn't go up and stuff like that,
To match it, yeah.
I think we can make it kind of decent. But if you're telling me and stuff, you're not going to give me a raise. I've been working in this place like forever, and then you're kicking up my rent now.
Right.
And I went from working hard to I got to give like hard hand jobs and stuff for it to kind of equate the money and stuff like for my thing. We're all going to drown, or a high percentage of us are going to drown.
I had this one job and they were good like that. Like every I think I want to say every 3 months,
They give you a raise?
they would calculate the cost of living.
Oh.
And if the cost of living went up, you got a cost of living raise.
Now, is that company still active
Yes.
today? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a company to kind of get a model from.
Yeah. And that was like the first I've ever experienced that. Cause I was looking at my paycheck. I was like, what the hell is this cola? But someone's like, no, that's cost of living. There's like that, like you see it on your check.
To my hospital. Yeah, Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
explaining to do, Lucy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I would do for the world. So you and your evil barter system.
Yeah, the barter system, man.
Let's get to Ask the Sons and slide up, man.
It's the Sons.
Ask the Sons. First Ask the Sons comes from Magnum Enforcer. What is a phrase that's most often used by assholes?
Better him than me.
Mine's is, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? Huh? Do you know who I am?
I worked at another organization, another hospital.
Right.
Set CEO. She went there on her off day.
Yeah.
I honed into she. I'm going to end it like that. On her off day, because she has relatives in the hospital.
Okay.
She's not dolled up, glammed up.
Nah.
Right? So it's kind of like a low-key kind of vibe.
Right.
Housekeeping and maintenance has had an issue with fixing something.
Right.
And she wanted to flex her managerial muscle.
Yeah. Because she feel like she's in all right because she's feeling herself.
She runs shit.
Right. Yeah.
She looked at set person and stuff like that, whatever. Set person had to look hard to realize who it was.
Right.
Be like, do you know who I am? I need this fixed ASAP. And he's like, I do know who you are. Your face on the elevators here. Like, you're a big deal, but I can't fix it if I don't have the part.
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Where do you expect me to get the part from?
You're waiting gonna make it come in quicker.
I can put the order in, but the best is Tuesday.
Yeah.
She said, unbelievable. And I was like, yo, that's something an asshole would normally say. And then when I realized it and stuff, whatever, I realized, yo, if you say that phrase, you really are. Like, I don't want to give you a label, but these are people who don't come off and say, do you know who I am?
Yeah, no.
So
it's a level of arrogance to bring forth that statement because not everybody's gonna know who you are. I don't care how big you get.
No.
There's somebody in the world that's not gonna know who you are.
Me. Next one comes from Kilroy83. What is one thing you won't buy again? Video game insurance. Look, man, way back when
Video game insurance?
Yeah, because these asked.
Oh, they got you with that, bro?
Hear what may I say? Hear what may I say?
All right, listening. I'm listening.
I was minding my damn business. I'm like, oh, I was happy to get whatever video game and shit like that. And we were having like a nice little convo, like, oh shit, it's just fun and da. Like, yeah. He finessed me.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But I was all in the hype and like, yo, for real, you could do all that. What? Say word. He's like, yeah. You want the video game insurance for like $3, protect the game and stuff for a year? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. How much is it? $3? Yeah, sign me. Yeah, charge to the game. I didn't pay attention to the fine print.
Right. No.
Fine print is for 1 year.
Yeah.
I use and abuse the fuck out of that game. I played the shit out of that game.
Right.
The disc was damn near scratched the fuck up. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
After the 1 year mark, I'm like, yo, I got my video game insurance stuff there. Unfortunately, sir.
He ran out of insurance.
Yeah, had you come 2 months ago,
He'd have been greasy.
I was like, so what do I do with my $3 that you guys took from me? They're like, I mean, you can get the extended next time and stuff for like $9, but I'm like, no.
Right.
Fuck off. This is the reason I want EB gets the burn.
Yes, I remember. This is the burn.
Another reason.
This is the burning of the EB games.
Another reason.
This is another reason.
Pokemon Snap and this shit. What are the things you won't spend your money on? Again, you won't buy again.
That bootleg lemonade that I bought the other day.
That shit was nasty.
Yeah.
What was that? It was like lemons peed on by the devil or something like that.
I was trying to think, man. The price looked right. The price looked right. I know.
It's okay.
Some things is just not worth being cheap with.
You could have got Beyonce. You went for Solange.
Yeah. This was the Solange of lemonade.
No, it's not the Solange. We love you.
Nah, Solange, we love you. We love you, Solange.
We love you. I love you.
We bug you.
Yo, but yeah, I mean, you're trying to like it cost of living.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you knew for a fact that this shit was not moving, your mortgage level was not moving.
Yeah.
And when you paid off your mortgage and stuff like that, like, yo, they're not giving you no extrajudicial tax, property tax. You have no qualms of buying like real lemonade.
Nah.
But you have to be wise and not even miser. Be wise about your dollars and your coins. And you got to see what works with you and your budget.
shout out to Carrie. This is one thing I was speaking to Carrie with when we were talking about properties and what to look for when investing, right? And one of the things that came up was just your costs and your expenses, right? And one of the things Carrie was telling me is like, you know what? You're always gonna have costs and you're always gonna have expenses.
Right.
What you want to be concerned with is that the income that you're bringing in is going to be more than what your expenses are going to be. If your cost of doing business is 20 grand a month, then guess what? Your cost of doing business is 20 grand a month. You just got to be making sure you're doing 40 grand worth of business.
Facts.
Right?
Right.
If you're doing 40 grand worth of business, do you really care if your expenses are 20 grand a month?
No, sir. Not me.
Not me. Right? So these are the things that it's like we think about the money, the cost that it might take to do certain things and get discouraged, but never really think about, okay, the flip side after spending that money to put things in motion, what's that going to turn into? What's that going to bring back? The other day, I was telling friends, I said, look, man, Tesla's moving right now. Tesla's moving right now. The time I was telling people Tesla was moving right now, it was 6 and change.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, it's too expensive to get. And I said, yeah, but you know what? Guess what? It's only going to get higher. So if you get in now at the 6 and change, at least you still have opportunity to make money, right? Yesterday, the stock was at 1,114.
That man is the first, 300 billion?
Right. So I'm saying, even
300 billion?
even if you say to yourself, man, okay, I might bite the bullet. I know it's expensive, but I'm still gonna take my 600 and buy one share. Even if you buy one share, you damn made $500 on that one share that you buy,
right?
In less than no time, right? But it's just getting over that thought of it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You just got to see the potential in things and know that there's potential in things.
Well, I feel like you have to know the risk in your world,
right?
And you know the risk, and if you understand the risk in your world and stuff, whatever, is the 600 like detrimental to you? Would this kill off like so many things that you need? But a lot of people and stuff, I feel like, that thing we were taught younger about saving up for like 3 months of income, or 3 months of like your bills and everything like that. A lot of people don't have that with that safety net.
No, a lot of people don't have. But I was telling people who were like,
you knew they can do it.
The parting with it would not be an effect on them at all.
Right.
But they're just so used to not taking risks.
Scared money don't make no money.
Scared money don't make no money, bro.
Not everybody's made for this, man. Everybody's built like this.
Nah. Not everybody's built.
So you have to just watch while you drink champagne, while they sip the nasty lemonade you bought.
It's the Solange of lemonades.
The Solange of lemonade.
Shout out to Solange. We love you.
I love you, Solange. Just know that for a fact. This guy, I'm gonna call cranes in the sky all day.
Oh, dude, yo, that's my jam, man.
That's my jam, right? And I decided, I be running you down. That's my shit. Yo,
wait a sec. It's actually Beyonce did come out with an album called Lemonade.
Yeah,
damn.
Oh, so Beyonce had a shit album. I mean,
we love you both.
Yeah, we love you both.
We love you both.
Last question comes from Apple 106. What are 2 pieces of popular advice that contradict each other? I always have in my head.
Yeah.
It's like the fake it till you make it thing.
Right.
Fake it till you make it, and then you have the other side of stuff where, like, one might be good for the goose. What is it? One might be good for the goose, one might be good for the gander. And I always looked at it stuff as like, okay, yes, everybody has their own kind of realm. I get that side.
Right.
But the fake it till you make it and stuff, what if you just need to be around these goose to kind of get the prize?
Right.
Right? You're a gander, but you just need to be around these goose to get the prize, right? That one always gets me. And I never like same difference. How is it the same as fucking different?
Yeah, same differences.
My blood pressure always boils when I hear people say that. I don't know. It's like how, some people's like certain words, like the trigger words.
Yeah.
That phrase right there.
Mine is the good die young.
Do they know?
But that's what I'm saying.
Are we fucked up? People gonna be still alive?
That's what I'm saying. I know a lot of good people that's still around. What kind of saying is that? The good die young.
You evil bastard, you're still alive.
It's like, damn.
Kicking the nuts. Yeah. That's it, man. We about to wrap up and everything like that.
Wrap this baby.
A little weekly motivation for y'all and everything. People, so you gotta, like I said, you are the champion. You are the ruler of your universe.
You are you and nobody else.
Facts. So say the Suns this week is, if I'm possible, then nothing is impossible.
So says the Suns.
Yeah, it starts from you, man. You gotta believe in you. What is it? I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am perfection with a capital P.
Yeah.
You gotta believe all that. And after that, nothing's impossible.
Listen, man, before an action, there's a thought.
It is. I tell everybody and stuff, whatever. I told Ben the other day and everything that I am the greatest surgeon alive. He said, you can't do open heart surgery. I said, give me 3 YouTube videos from different heart surgery aspects. I bet you I'll learn the shit.
Right.
Nothing you can't learn.
Nah.
There's nothing you can't learn.
I remember one time I was when I used to work as a stock boy at the Gap warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
There was this dude that was working there with me, fresh out of high school. Dude learned how to become an engineer on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which courses he took, but he's all the courses he did. He learned on YouTube, and then he just went and wrote the exam. About 3 months later, dude went from being a stock dude at the warehouse
Mm-hmm.
to a supervisor.
Dope.
I was like,
You're possible, man.
I was like, he literally just said, yo, YouTube. He goes, whatever you want to learn. Whatever you want to learn is on YouTube.
Anything you want to learn is on the internet. Anything you want to learn is on the internet. I just feel like we sell so short from resources. And we have to believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to believe in ourselves that a lot of things and stuff are possible. Yes, some people might believe into a religious deity. Some people might believe into other people, but you got to have some kind of belief system within yourself and to believe in within you. I look at it stuff as that if I close my eyes, I put my hand on my chest, my heart's still beating.
Yeah.
So I know I'm real.
Yeah.
I know I'm real. If you're not feeling my chest, so you don't know, but I know I'm real. And I know once this is still beating, everything's possible.
It's impossible, man. It's possible. And with that possibility, you also have to put in action that drive and determination, right? Because we say all these things are on the internet, on YouTube, where you can learn, right? But it takes time. You got to invest the time. The first thing somebody's going to tell you is that they don't have enough time. No, it's not the fact that you don't have enough time. You just have poor time management. There's all the time in the world if you organize shit properly.
Talk to things. Yeah. Facts.
So you just have to have that drive and determination to know, say, okay, this is what I need to do. If I spend an hour, I tell my kids all the time, I said, listen, if you started January 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
Found something that you were interested in, and from the beginning to the end of the year, spend an hour each day just concentrating on that one thing, learning about that one thing. By the end of the year, if you're not a damn near expert, you're close to being one.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And that goes for anything you put your mind to.
I agree. I agree. Some people don't see it like that.
Some people don't think they had the time.
Time management, baby.
Time management.
That's it.
Catch me next year when I'm a pilot.
I don't see why the fuck not. That's it, folks.
That's it, folks.
We welcome, we miss you. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. You are possible. Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.